Yo, 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 yo. Big up you guys, man. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am live. I am live from the Irish place, the bedroom of the hotel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Oi, boys, nah, I've been murked. I actually got roasted. I've had a shocker today, lads. Yeah. Boys, I've actually had a shocker. So listen to this before we get into the city talk. Yeah. I need to tell you about my disaster. Right. So I get to the airport this morning, only goes to the wrong terminal, mate. Yeah, I'm scanning my ticket. I'm scanning my ticket on the thing. It's not working. And I turn around, there's this woman there. Yeah, I say, ticket's not working. Your machine's not working. And she goes, the machine's not working. I say, yeah, the machine's not working. It's not working. And she goes, what terminal are you meant to be in? I said, Terminal 3. She goes, this is Terminal 1, mate. So I'm like, no way. So that was a roast. And then I just get to the hotel now, yeah. I get to the hotel. She says, "What's your name?" I say, "Can I check in?" Yeah, it's Lewis Brown. And she says, "Got nothing here. I've got nothing on my system." I went, "Nah, it's because I did it on Booking.com." I keep telling people why things are not working when it's my fault. I go, okay, I say, "Nah, it's not showing up in your system because it's Booking.com. I didn't book it on your website." She went, "No, Booking.com comes up as well." So says, "Oh damn!" I says, "One sec, let me find my email." So I put my email. I put it in the email. I put booking, yeah, because obviously I was looking for booking.com, and then the hotel thing come up. So I didn't book it on booking.com. That's another lie. It come up legit. Yeah, it come up legit from the website. I booked it direct. I only booked it for some reason. For some reason, I booked it Sunday to Tuesday. Bro, why the hell did I book it Tuesday? So I said to her, obviously, I booked it for the wrong day. I'm here now. I need it now till Sunday, not Sunday till Tuesday. And she went, oh, she said it's the weekend. I don't know if I've got any rooms left. Anyway, she checks. Luckily, last room. She had one left, so I luckily managed to get it done. So, yeah, boys, I can't lie. I've had a bit of nightmare. I'm not booking no more holidays ever again. It is what it is. But we'll make the moves, man. We'll make the moves. Yeah, tomorrow's watch along, by the way. Tomorrow's watch along is me and Hugh. I'm going to go to Hugh's gaff and we're going to do the watch along from Hugh's house. So make sure you join me for that if you're not going to the game. Anyway, just a bit of a random one. I'm going to be live for half an hour, 45 minutes on this stream. But yeah, there's been quite a lot of news over the last sort of 24 hours. I thought I'd just come on and sort of address it all. But I did want to start off with this FFP 115 stuff. Now, we've heard this kind of before with this UK government getting involved with the 115 situation. But I just thought I'd go over it and just speak about it and give you my take and you can give me your thoughts in the chat as well. So basically, Martin Ziegler, who's the guy who has been like repeating loads of stuff about the whole 115 case and the financial, he seems to be like the go-to journalist when it comes to financial news in football. He reported today that James Cleverly, who was the foreign secretary in the Tory government, asked for an update on 115 Manchester City charges in September 2023, while the British embassy in Dubai asked for the latest information on the case in May last year. Most of the information in copies from emails obtained by the Times from a Freedom of Information request to the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office is heavily redacted on the grounds that it could damage the UK's relationship with the United Arab Emirates, which is, of course, where Sheikh Mansour's from. So the UK government is getting involved with the 115 situation. They're asking questions. And listen, I understand why they're asking questions, because at the end of the day, the Premier League are accusing these top guys who, Sheikh Mansour is the vice president of the UAE, Khaldoon's involved in everything. They're accusing these guys of fraud. They're accusing these guys of lying. So obviously the government on one hand does have to get involved with this, really, doesn't it? Because if the UAE is investing billions of pounds into the UK economy, and one of its, I guess, the Premier League is accusing it of lying and fraud. The UK government is probably going to have to get involved and see what's going on, because they need to protect the interests of the UK. And of course, if they want to know what's going on, to see why are you accusing these guys who are investing loads of money into our economy of fraud and lying. Now, I would say that if we're guilty, we're guilty, and that should be the case. But at the same time, people who are questioning why the UK are getting involved, you're a bit naive in my opinion, because they got to get involved. You can't not get involved when you're literally accusing the UAE people who run City of fraud, who also invest tens of billions of pounds into the UK economy. Now, is it right that happens? That's a separate question, mate. That's a separate debate. This whole thing is legit, whether it should be happening. The facts are the facts. The Premier League are accusing Sheikh Mansour, they're accusing Karl and all these guys of lying, of fraud. They have to get involved. Now, I've said in the past that in an ideal world, I don't think the Premier League should have clubs that are owned by people who are at a government level. But the problem is, the can's already kicked way down the road. You can't stop that now. They should have done that back in 2005, 2004, and we'll never have had this situation. But the truth is now, you can't stop it, because Sheikh Mansour is obviously involved in the UAE government, and now you've got the Saudis at Newcastle. It's too late. It's too late, mate. And this is the problem with this FFP thing. What they're trying to do, they're trying to retrospectively kick these guys out of the league because they don't want them anymore, because they've realised that it causes issues. And it does cause issues to some degree. But the problem is, they never thought about this 2 decades ago, which is when they should have done it. They did. That's when they should have done it back then. They didn't do it back then, and now they're crying their eyes out. Yeah? They're acting like children, mate, trying to sort this all out with the whole 115, the whole FFP situation, the whole associated party transactions. The problem is for the Premier League, is it's gone too far. It's gone too far. You're not going to sort this out, mate. Because if you should have done this 2 decades ago, if they put a rule in 2 decades ago to say no owner can buy a football club in the Premier League if there's any inclination that they are involved in government at any level or any country, blah, blah, blah. No problems. The problem is they didn't do that. Sheikh Mansour then bought City, The Saudis have bought Newcastle, and now what they're trying to do is kick them all out. We can't do that, mate. You should have thought about that 2 decades ago. So, listen, I just thought it's pretty interesting. Let me see some of your comments. What you guys are saying. The thing is, United Ultra, bro, they should have thought about this. These are the smartest people. These are the smartest people in the game. But you know why, And Cascade sort of touched on it here. Do you know why they didn't think about it at the time? Greed. All these people, running the Premier League 2 decades ago were rolling in cash. And they're rolling in cash now, but they were rolling in cash. They were just thinking about the money. Absolutely spot on. They were blinded by the money. And they didn't think, because greedy people don't think about what could happen in the end. They just think about what's going on right now. What's going on right now is we're getting all this money. No, we don't need to worry about anything else. Everything's fine. Because that's what greedy people do, mate, It's mad. Trust me. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Blinded by the love of the money. Facts. But yeah, listen, I thought that was a pretty interesting story. I mean, we have heard rumours of this happening before anyway, about the UK government asking questions and that. And like I say, for me, it's obvious why they're asking questions. They have to ask questions when the UAE, as a government, invests billions of pounds into the UK economy and they're being accused of fraud. They've got to get involved. So that's no real surprise to me. But yeah, I just thought I'd speak about it. Give us your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And smash a like up on the stream as well. Got some more topics to discuss as well, guys. Some random ones here as well. Big up Vasco, by the way. He says LB after sex live stream. Again, you guys are going pure weird mode. Proper strange. Big up Vasco for the $2, man. I'll put that towards me drinks tonight, bro. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. Florian Plettenberg from Sky in Germany is reporting this evening that Manchester City have been informed that Real Madrid are pushing for Florian Wirtz and are serious about the 21-year-old. Discussions between Madrid and the players' camp have taken place, but Bayer Leverkusen, who remain hopeful he will stay or extend his contract. Now, we're also hearing, and I don't think we spoke about this on the stream, but we're also hearing that Musiala looks like he is going to be extending his contract at Bayern Munich. He was asked about it the other night after the game, and basically he said he's happy at Madrid. He's happy at Bayern Munich, and it sounds like he's going to sign a new contract at Bayern Munich. So Florian Wirtz, who's at Bayer Leverkusen, then obviously becomes option number 2, if he's not already option number 1, which some of you have him as option number 1. But now Real Madrid want him, which is a little bit interesting because Real Madrid already have Jude Bellingham. They already have Arda Güler. They already have Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. You know what I mean? They've got a lot of players. Brahim Diaz. They don't really need Florian Wirtz. But maybe they look at Florian Wirtz and think he's the next Galactico. Go and get him. Listen, I personally believe, FUEFA's probably on it here. I personally believe that this is paper talk. I just don't see why Real Madrid would sign Wirtz. They don't need him. They don't need Wirtz at all. So why would they go and get him? And especially if Kevin De Bruyne leaves Manchester City this summer, which, to be honest with you, lads, I think he's gone. Florian Wirtz becomes an almost, not perfect, because perfect implies that he's as good as Kevin De Bruyne, but he's a really good replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. A really good replacement. And he'd play a lot of minutes for us. So if he goes to Real Madrid, who are they dropping out the team? They're dropping Jude Bellingham? I don't know, man. And Tchouaméni plays defensive. So even if they sell Tchouaméni, which I have seen rumours of, by the way, that they might sell him, he plays defensive and he was a DM. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. Maybe Real Madrid could sell a player in midfield. Maybe they'll sell Valverde, but then they're talking about making him captain. So I doubt that they're going to sell Valverde. If they do sell Valverde, we should be all over it. But yeah, for me, man, like I'm listening to this news coming out, and obviously it's not great news. It's not great news. If Wirtz goes to Real Madrid and Musiala signs a contract at Bayern Munich, then that is disappointing because we're going to end up probably with someone that, well, isn't the name, isn't the ready-made player that we need. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who we're going to get. We'll probably end up with that Sudokov guy. Fuck yeah, no. Sudokov at Shakhtar Donetsk, mate. Which, you know, bro, I don't know about him, man. Listen, I watched him against Arsenal. If you think he's a City player, listen, it was one game. I accept I only watched him one game, but he is not a City-level player. He is not a little City-level player. Okay, let's move on to the next topic then. I'm going to fire through these topics tonight, guys, because I've not got a lot of time, to be honest with you. The next topic is Pep Guardiola's managerial replacement. And Plettenberg again tonight is reporting Manchester City have shown concrete interest in Xavi Alonso for the Pep Guardiola replacement. But Bayer Leverkusen believe that he will move to Real Madrid, who are currently favourites to sign him next summer. This would also increase the chances of Florian Wirtz moving to Real Madrid. So, yeah, those people that want Xavi Alonso, it's being reported now from Plettenberg that actually they reckon he's going to Real Madrid as well and he's going to take Wirtz with him. So it's kind of crazy, man. Listen, all the news coming out the last couple of days has been just terrible for us, really, hasn't it? All our players are injured. Musiala's signing a new contract. Alonso's going Real Madrid. Wirtz is going Real Madrid. I mean, it is only rumours. It's only rumours. But bloody hell, man. Like, honestly, mate, like, come on. Give us some good news. Give us some good news. I'm going to be real with you guys. Over these last 4, 5, 6 days, I've been doing some thinking. And no jokes in the chat, yeah. No jokes in the chat. I've been doing some thinking, guys, yeah, about the manager, about the managerial replacement for Pep Guardiola. And you know how I've been saying Vincent Kompany is the guy. You know I've been saying this, right? And it comes from the heart. It comes from a good place, man. I know a lot of you guys try and like roast me in the chat about it and say, LB, it's a terrible decision. It's a terrible idea. It comes from the heart. It comes from a good place. However, I've been doing some serious thinking about this. And I did tell you this the other day, but I want to explain it in more detail. The number one Pep Guardiola replacement, from LB's point of view, is now 100% Julian Nagelsmann. It's Nagelsmann, guys. That is my now number one shout, Nagelsmann. Pep, listen, Vincent Kompany, he's still on my list. He's still on my list. He's not dismissed. He's not class dismissed. He's still on my list. But I have to be realistic. I have to be honest with myself and say, listen, you've got Nagelsmann right there. And I've seen this guy manage Germany. And I've watched him play with Musiala and Wirtz in the middle. And honestly, for me, I think he's the guy, man. Now, listen, what I would say is there's a caveat to this. There's a caveat to this. If Pep Guardiola signs a contract extension for another year, Vincent Kompany still has a chance of becoming the next Manchester City manager. However, for that to happen, he would need to win the Bundesliga this year. And he would also need to make semi-finals of the Champions League minimum. And any defeat, whether it be in the semi-final or the final of the Champions League, must be a competitive game and a slight loss. It can't be no 4-0, 5-0, 3-0. It needs to be like a legit game. And people say, you know what, unlucky Bayern there. You know what I mean? It needs to be competitive. If that doesn't happen this year, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to wait for him next year. But by that point, we're going to need to appoint a manager. We're going to have to appoint a manager. Now, people saying LB, it's going to be the Girona manager, Mitchell. It's not going to be Mitchell, guys. Guys, I've told you this so many times. It's not going to be Mitchell, man. Bro, the guy's 13th in the league. They've won 3 games out of 11. Please stop this. It's not Mitchell. It's not. I said to you in the summer, the only way it's going to be Mitchell is if he gets them back in the Champions League, and he's not going to get them back in the Champions League, mate, because he's had his squad stripped off him, mate. Yeah, that squad is a dead squad now. Yeah, it's not going to happen. They're not just going to give it him because he got Girona top 4 once. You know what I mean? And he manages the CFG club. What we're doing here, yeah? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing as what we did with Amorim. Everyone went, oh, we got Viana. We're getting Viana. So we're going to get Amorim from Sporting. I'll tell you what as well. We're going to get Diamande and we're going to get Youngblood and we're going to sign all these players and get all the managers and get everyone from... No, that's not going to happen. And I told you it wasn't going to happen. It didn't happen. He's gone United. And it's not going to happen with Mitchell. People just going, Mitchell, CFG. He's CFG club. So with Mitchell... No, it's not going to be Mitchell, man. Honestly, it's not. Just because he manages Girona and done well for 1 year. I mean, are we being honest? Have you actually done the research? I do the research, me, you know. You guys think I just come live and waffle, innit? I know what you guys think of me, innit? You don't respect me, man. You don't respect me. My football opinions are not respected on this channel. It's a disgrace. Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, yeah, I've done my research on Mitchell, mate, yeah. Oh, I've done my research on this guy. Yeah, why can't I find him? I'll tell you, mate. Yeah, he's had some struggles. He's had some struggles. Yeah, look at this. I'll show you on screen because it's too hard because I'm on my laptop, right? But I'll just tell you instead, right? National leagues. Right, here we go. So he's managed 134 games of La Liga football. Everything else is in the lower leagues. He's done what's that, like 4 seasons, right? I know some of you have heard this before, but I'll tell you again. Here we go. So he got Rayo Vallecano promoted in 2019, yeah. Then he got sacked after 28 games because they were 19th. Right, then he got Huesca promoted to La Liga. Then he got sacked after 18 games because they were 20th and he did one game in the season out of 21. Yeah. Then he got Girona promoted, yeah, and finished 10th, and then, which is decent to be fair, and then he finished 3rd, which is good, but now he's 13th. So basically what we've got here, yeah, we've got a manager that's got a couple of clubs promoted and then bombed out massively in the second season. Yeah, got sacked twice. Then got a 3rd club promoted, Did really well, to be fair. Finished 10th, which is good for a promoted club. Then finished 3rd, which is insane. Which is, yeah, I respect that. But now he's 13th again. Yeah, so he's had 2 decent years at top flight. He's not going to get the job, man. Trust me, it's not going to be him. No way. No. Hey, yo, this is a funny comment. Oh, big up Mark Lundy says, LB, we only get Mitchell if we get relegated. As you say, he's experienced in the lower leagues. That's a funny one. That's a funny comment. But honestly, man, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's gonna. For me now, yeah, I've got to say it's gonna be Nagelsmann. Bill Georgie B says, "Has a business. How can you turn down the monies? No one can turn down the monies, Bray. The monies are the monies." Right, let me check the bookies. What are the bookies saying? Next, Man City manager odds. Here we go. Next Man City manager odds. Right, let's have a look. Sky Bet. What are these guys saying? Fucking hell, they got Mitchell. Fuck. Why is he the... Why is Mitchell the favourite, man? No way. No way we can't have Mitchell. Damn. He's to be fair, he's joint with Xabi Alonso. Why is Ruben Amorim on the list? Why is Ruben Amorim the 4th favourite to become the next Manchester City manager? They've not updated it, have they? Vincent Kompany is 3rd on the list. De Zerbi is 5th. I really don't want De Zerbi. Marco Rosa, 6th on the list. Zinedine Zidane, 7th. Ange Postecoglou, 8th. Eddie Howe, 9th. Valverde, 10th, mate. The list is not strong, mate. The list is not good. That is not a good... That is not a good list, man. That is not a good list whatsoever. Yo, we could be in the trenches, boys, in the next couple of years. I think it's going to be... Why is Nagelsmann not on the list? Bro, what odds are Nagelsmann? He's 25 to 1. What the hell, bro? That might be worth a little bit of a little flutter, that, lads. That might be worth a couple of quid. 25 to 1 for Nagelsmann. What? He's so far down on the list, it's crazy. Why is he so far down on the list? I'm a little bit interested how he's so far down on the list there. I'm surprised at that, I can't lie. That is a madness. That is wild. Pochettino's above him. Arteta's above him. Gasperini. Luis Enrique's 20s, but he's just signed a new deal at PSG, innit? Valverde. Yeah, Valverde is... Ernesto Valverde's 20s, 20 to 1 he is. So, I think, basically, what this is telling us is the bookies have no idea what's going on, to be honest. Gundogan is not on the list, for those asking. Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, 66 to 1, if you wanted to back him. Well, to be fair, he has changed his mind. He used to go on about multi-club model and that, and slagging it off and that, and now he's fucking running one. So, maybe you would join Man City. I don't know. Unai Emery is... Emery's 33. He's quite far down on the list, mate. He's quite far down. I don't think we'll get Emery. I think we're going to get Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann, Vinny, Alonso, or maybe Mitchell, but I really don't want Mitchell. I really don't want him. I really, really don't. Right, what was the other stories that I had anyway? Anyway, guys, let us know in the chat as well. Which manager do you want to replace Pep Guardiola? Who do you want, man? Right, let me have a look at there's another story that I wanted to cover as well. Well, what was this other story that I've seen before? Oh, yeah, injury updates. Injury updates, guys. Breaking news. Manchester City have more than 11 players in their travelling squad for Bournemouth this afternoon. So we have a team, lads. We can put a team out. We have a Savinho update. Man City are now internally evaluating whether or not to include Savinho against Bournemouth, with the winger not needing 7 days to recover from his sprained right ankle. Then it says, Man City have now informed Brazilian national team doctor Rodrigo Lasmar that tests that they've carried out on Savinho do not indicate an injury in his right ankle. So I don't know what the hell happened, mate, because I can't lie, bro. He went off on a stretcher Bro, I thought his leg had snapped or something the way we're moving, but apparently he's fine. Apparently he's absolutely fine, according to some of the stuff that's coming out here. So, like I say, I don't know what happened there with Savinho, because he got stretched off, and now they're saying he's going to be all right. So yeah, maybe he panicked or something. I don't know, but yeah, there's good news anyway. Anyway, that's positive news. I've not heard anything else. I don't think. Let me have a look. What Pep's saying in the presser. Let's see what he's saying on the injury list. Where was it? Tomorrow you will know. You will see it, the list. I have many doubts, most of them half and half. I think a lot of the players are just like 50-50. I think Akanji's 50-50. I think Gavardio's 50-50. I think Savinho's 50-50. So a lot, we you know what? We probably will actually have a bit of a better bench than we initially anticipated. Because if you remember, the bench that we thought we was going to have tomorrow was going to be Ortega, McAtee and O'Reilly. Sounds like we're going to have a few more players on the bench, which is good news. But I did want to speak to you about tomorrow, because for me, lads, I'm making a brave call. I'm making a controversial decision. I'm making a brave call. And I have decided, I'm not decided, it's my opinion, that I would drop Ilkay Gundogan tomorrow and I would start Nico O'Reilly. Feel free to cook me in the comments if you think that's what needs to be done. But Gundogan, since he's been back, has not been at the levels required. I thought the game that he played in his last match against Spurs was the worst game I've seen from him, to be honest with you. I thought it was shocking. Looks way off the pace. And Nico O'Reilly gives us a bit of energy in there. It gives us a little bit of muscle, a bit of steel, a bit of height, a little bit of energy, a little bit of passion, desire, in terms of he's got his careers ahead of him. You know, he'll know that everyone's going to be watching him in this game. And if you put him next to Kovacic and you put him next to Foden, I don't really see the issue. You know, I've seen some people saying, no, it's too big of a game. It's too big. I'm saying, hang on a minute. Bournemouth in the Premier League, and he's sitting next to Kovacic and Foden. I mean, if that's too big of a game for him, is he ever going to play a game for us? Are anyone going to play? And by the way, I've seen some people saying, nah, it should be McAtee. Well, if you think it should be McAtee, play McAtee. But for me, I just think that we could do with his physicality in there. Because I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. It's going to be a tough game. I think we all know it's going to be a tough game. But when it's a tough game, you need someone who can get stuck in. And I think for me, Nico O'Reilly is that guy. Give Foden the keys. You know, let him just do what he wants to do. Yeah, obviously Nunes on the left. It's going to have to be Bernardo Silva on the right, because we've got no other options, as much as people don't want to see Bernardo on the right-hand side. Although, to be fair, having said that, I actually thought he played quite well when he come on against Spurs. Back four picks itself because of injuries. Ake, Diaz, Stones and Rico Lewis. And obviously Ederson in goal. But listen, our squad is depleted right now. We have injuries that I've never seen this. Personally, in my lifetime, as a City fan, I don't think I've ever seen our squad be as decimated as it is right now with injuries. Now, maybe some of the older Blues can remember a time when it's been like this, or maybe even worse, or maybe I'm just forgetting. But I don't think I've ever seen it where it's this bad, to be honest with you. Nah, Lumen, don't get it twisted, bro. This isn't an excuse. I'm not making excuses. I'm fully expecting to win tomorrow. And if we lose, I ain't blaming it injuries, bro. Trust me. Come back on the review, bro. I'm definitely not gonna. What's the breaking news? Breaking news. Nico O'Reilly, Jacob Wright, and Jamai Simpson Poozy, yeah, are all absent from the EDS squad tonight. So they're all with the first team squad then, innit? So Nico O'Reilly, Jacob Wright, and Simpson Poozy are all going down to Bournemouth, buzzing. I'd play Nico O'Reilly, man. I play him. Yo, what's this fraud one? Yo, what's he saying? What? Amarim gonna cook you, man, on Tuesday? Bro, you know we beat this guy 5-0 like 3 years ago, innit? You do know this, Brit. You know this. Or nah? Have you only gone back 1 year, 2 years on the research? Go back 3 years. We beat them 5-0 in the easiest game I've ever seen us play in the Champions League. I'll just let you know that. Also, why is he not took the job yet? Can someone explain that to me? Why is he still at Lisbon if he's agreed to go to United? What's going on there then? Can someone explain that to me? But yeah, now listen, for me, midfield tomorrow, Kovacic. Yeah, by the way, I thought Kovacic when he come on against Spurs was fantastic. Fantastic. I thought he was fantastic, mate. Has he been our best midfielder this season? Been better than Gundo, better than Foden, because Foden's hardly played. Kevin's not kicked a ball. Yeah, he has. He's been our best midfielder, Kovacic. He's been our best midfielder. And when he come off the bench, mate, against Spurs, the way he was driving forward, his ball carrying ability, is unreal, by the way. Yeah, unreal. I'd play him, Nico O'Reilly, and Foden, and just say, lads, you got to get this game won by the 60th minute, mate, because I've got very little on the bench. I got very little on the bench. Fabrizio mentioned he's got a 30-day release notice. What? Bro, he don't work at Costa Coffee, mate. Like, what's he on about, mate? He's got a worker notice. What is this? It's football, mate. He's paid the release clause. He should be able to leave straight away. Why has he got to work 30 days notice? What? I need to find a replacement on Indeed.com. What are we doing here, man? Honestly. Yo, big up Alan as well. Says Xavi was betrayed in Barcelona. He can be great for us. I don't think he's on the bookies list, bro. Let me have another look. No, he's not on the. Oh yeah, he is 25 if you fancied it. Yeah, listen, Xavi dealt with some interesting stuff, didn't he, at Barcelona? He called them out a couple of times because of various different things. I think budgets and all that kind of stuff. He won the league, which is fair play. His Champions League scares me a little bit, Al. I checked his Champions League record out with Barcelona as a manager. It's not great. It scares me a little bit. Xavi is a great manager. I mean, listen, I'm sure he'll be on the list. He'll be a candidate for sure. But if he's I'm just a little bit unsure if he's the one for me. I think I'm a little bit unsure if he's the. I'd still have the others above him. To be honest with you. But listen, at the same time, he did deal with a lot of stuff. You know, he did deal with a lot of stuff there at Barcelona. It was not easy for him, man. It wasn't easy for him. But was there any other stories that I wanted to? I did tell you it was only going to be a short one, man. Hey, big up to Denton, man. Yo, big up Denton, bro. Thank you very much for the gifted membership, man. Who did that go to? Let's have a look who that went to, man. That went to Codename Zero. Big up Denton, man. W's in the chat for Denton, guys. Appreciate the support, bro. Right, let me see if there's anything else. What else did he say in the presser? Did he say anything? I was on the plane, I think. Let me have a look what he was saying. Now, just speaking about United's new manager, Amorim, he says, welcome to United, to England. I congratulate him on Tuesday. We faced each other 2 or 3 seasons ago. Yeah, we battered them 5-0. Why didn't you say that, Pep? Why didn't Pep say, yeah, man, we played them 3 years ago, we battered them 5-0. Why didn't you say that, man? Sometimes Pep's a little bit too soft, isn't he? You know what I mean? He needs to get stuck in a little bit sometimes. He needs to get stuck in a little bit, man. You know what I mean? He should have said, yeah, I was playing them 3 years ago, we beat them 5-0. I remember him. Pep Guardiola on a chance of whether young players can step up and shine in the first team. He says, yeah, it can happen. But yeah, it was also asked about transfers, which is interesting because I don't know, man. He seems to have changed his tune a little bit because if you remember a while ago, he was asked about it, yeah. And he did sort of hinted that we might sign someone in January, yeah. But he says this, Pep Guardiola on transfer activity on Man City in January says, maybe in January we'll have the whole squad fit except for Rodri and Oscar Bob in the last stages. When we're all together, the squad is fine, I guess that means to say. Here's the thing, yeah, it's not fine because Rodri's not here, mate. Yeah, and Rodri's not here all season, mate, because he's got an ACL, so it's not fine. We have zero DM options other than Kovacic, who's not even really a DM. So I don't know whether Pep's just trying to calm people down because there has been a lot of panicking in our fan base. You know what I mean? Our fan base is a little bit panicky at the moment because we have no players. It's understandable why our fan base is panicky, including myself, by the way. But Pep, mate, yeah, we have brain cells. We know it's not fine. We know we need a DM. We need a midfielder, mate. Now, listen, Itchy, here's the thing. if these academy players turn out to be mint, then fair dues. We don't need to sign anyone. But at this moment in time, we don't know that. So, yeah, we definitely need to sign someone. You know my thoughts. January 1st, I'd be depositing 51 million euros into the bank account of Real Sociedad. That's what I'd be doing, Briz. Deposit the monies and make them send it back if he rejects us. I'd get Pep Guardiola, David Silva, who else is Spanish? Rodri. I'd send all three of them round to his house. I'd knock on his door, and I wouldn't leave until he agrees to join Manchester City, mate. And I'd deposit the money, and you could have him signed as a Manchester City player, yeah, on the January 1st or January 2nd, because it's a release clause. There's no delays, man. And people think that LB contracts. Do the contract now. Do the contract now. You know? Come on, man. What do we do with him when Rodri returns? It's easy. It's an easy question. I get asked this question all the time. First of all, Rodri's not going to properly return to this squad properly. I'm talking about playing like mint, yeah, until at least October, November, probably November next year. I'm saying January 2026. So you say to him, first of all, he's not going to be back properly for a year. Second of all, we've played Rodri every single game pretty much for the last 4 years. That is not right. It's not right, man. I'm surprised he's not gone to HR, bro. He's overworked. So we'll split the workload between you two. Thirdly, we can play them both together. Play a double pivot. Yeah? One of the best games I thought we played last year, even though the scoreline didn't really reflect it, was Newcastle at home, right? And we also played a similar style at Brentford away, I think it was, where basically we played Rodri and Kovacic and let Foden have a complete free roll. Who remembers the Newcastle game at home last year when I thought that was one of Foden's best games? Now, we didn't get the headline. He didn't get the headlines. Yeah, he got that like Brentford where he scored a hat-trick or whatever. But he played mint. Why did he play mint? Because we just said to him, you do whatever you want to do, mate. Yeah, go wherever you want to go because you got Rodri and Kovacic behind you. And if you lose the ball, whether you pass the ball, you lose it, you dribble into someone, you lose it, whatever, yeah, it's fine because we've got two players behind you. And you do that the same. You do that with Zubimendi and Rodri. And just let Foden have the free roll. And by the way, if we're not getting Wirtz or Musiala, then that's what's going to happen anyway. Because Foden's going to be the only one there. I'd also say to us a fourth thing, stop being a melt, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not being funny, yeah? You're at Real Sociedad. Yeah, with all due respect, mate, you're not at like fucking Atletico Madrid. You're not Atletico Madrid, mate. Yeah? Or like even like I don't know, another club that's decent in Spain. You're at Sociedad. You know what I mean? Where are Sociedad in the league? They're 12th, mate. They're 12th. I'm not being funny here, but like, at the end of the day, if he wants to stay at Sociedad over Liverpool and Man City, then there's something not right, mate, in my opinion. Like, listen, people be like, oh, LB, stop being nasty. He's being loyal. You're giving him a chance to play Champions League football, win trophies for big teams. Stop forcing Zubimendi. No, I won't stop forcing Zubimendi, Ichigo. I'm not going to stop forcing it. And in fact, I'm going to force it even more now you've said that because he is the perfect player. He is perfect for us, man. Trust me. He's perfect. I've seen Richie, man. Listen, Richie's decent. Richie's decent at Torino. I've seen him a few times now, but he ain't no Zubimendi. And he's not no Zubimendi, bro. Trust me. Yo, big up to SB! Says get a Guinness for you and Hugh. Yeah, I will do. I will get a Guinness for me and Hugh. Yeah, I'm in Ireland, guys. I'm going to a football match tonight. With Hugh, who's just messaged me, actually. So we're going to go there in a bit. And then we're going to have some drinks and that. And then we'll do the watch-along tomorrow. So make sure you join us for the watch-along tomorrow, guys. Me and Hugh are on the watch-along. It's going to be mint. Make sure you join us. But yeah, I will definitely get us a Guinness. Built to JV as well. Says Pep has to move on from having a tiny squad. It's his fault. Well, I agree the first part, JV, that we need a bigger squad. His fault. Did he ask for a bigger squad? Maybe he did. If he didn't, then maybe it is his fault. If he did, he might have asked for a bigger squad and the board might have failed to deliver what they needed to do. So I don't know whose fault it is. We'll never know unless you know what's going on behind the scenes. But I agree that he needs to have a bigger squad. Maybe it is his fault because he does like to have a small squad, but we definitely need to increase it by, I think we need to add another player, maybe two, to the current squad numbers. And they need to be quality as well. They can't just be dead players. Right, anyway, lads, I'm going to dip. I did say it was only going to be a short one. I've got to go out. I've got to go. Big up to you guys, man, for joining me, man. I'm going to be live tomorrow for the watch-along. Me and Hugh, live from Hugh's shed. Make sure you get on it, man. It should be decent. Smash a like up if you've not done so already. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. And, yeah, man, I'll redirect you to, I think Deji's doing a stream. I'm not sure what he's doing, man, but I'll redirect you there. I've not redirected to him before. Peace out, people. See you in the next one, man.